Oh, wow, that thing walloped it. I'm thinking this is a largemouth, but nope, that's a sunny. Wow, that was awesome. What's going on, guys? Hunter Robinson here, back again with another episode of The Perfect Cast. Out bait fishing today. Looking to continue loading up my bait tank because it is fall time. My favorite time of year for flathead catfish is now. I have a bunch of big fishing trips planned in the next coming weekends. Next weekend I have another flathead catfishing tournament, which I am super excited about. Hogtober, man. It's gonna get crazy. Stay tuned for that video. But yeah, this morning I'm out looking to load up on tons more bait. One of my favorite bait spots here, this canal holds beautiful sunfish, green sunfish, pumpkin seed, tons of species of sunfish. So gonna see if I can get any more, and then after this video I will take you back and show you my bait tank with a bunch of fish in it now. Before we get into this, please smash that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's get after it. Aye. Bait of choice today, large night crawlers. I don't know, I usually use night crawlers all the time. Can catch just about anything on them. Sometimes, you know, in the hot summer months I do switch it up if I really can't get that many bites, but this is pretty much my go-to bait, and my setup is simple. Got the worm there with a tiny little jig head, and then I got my bobber on, and that's pretty much it. Simple setup, works pretty well for me. Don't usually have to change it up much. We're gonna see what we can get into here. Hopefully some decent fish this morning, and there's action already. Let's go. There's one right away. First cast. What is this? Tell me it's a, oh yeah, that's a nice one. Skipped him across the pond, and that's what we're looking for this morning. So yeah, that is what we're looking for right there. Prime flathead catfish bait, and I am super excited that we got into one right away. Simple worm and bobber, getting it done right away. Bait fishing's been kind of sporadic, honestly, with everything though. There's another one right there. That's a smaller guy. It'll be good though. That's a decent one, not bad. It's number 2. Not bad. Like I said, we got big weekends coming up. Tomorrow night I'll be out catfishing, and then next weekend flathead catfish tournament, which I cannot wait for. There's another one. Wow, bite is on this morning, and that's another decent one right there. Love to see it. Just beautiful fish out of here. Awesome. That's all on the same piece of worm so far. Look what it's worked down to. I usually do throw bigger pieces of worm on. I know people say you don't need that, but I usually do, just to get them interested. But they're hitting that little piece this morning. There's one, finally. We're in the thicker stuff there. It's definitely a bunch of grass in here. There's another nice one. Cool. Yet again, another pretty awesome fish. That's 4 there. There's one. Oh yeah, that's a pretty one. Look at the yellow on him. Pretty fish. There's one. Feels like a decent one. Another decent guy. right there. We're really crushing them out of this hole. This is what we need. Get stocked up big time for the big weekend. There we go. Another decent size. All right, so what are we at? We're already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. Well, I hate to move when I'm catching fish. I really do. But this is definitely the last cast here, because I think this whole canal is going to be, the bite's going to be on. Swimming it around. Missed him. All right, we are going to move down a little bit, try a different location, and we'll probably stop back here. Spot number 2. See what happens over here. Oh yeah, instant. Swimming around with it. There we go. That is a very, very pretty fish. That's the colors of these fish in here. There is tons of vegetation, but look at that. Look at that fish. That's awesome. First cast in the spot number 2. Been hitting a lot of them on the first cast here. 2 spots, 2 first casts, 2 fish. You can see all the vegetation in this place. It's crazy, and I think that's where a lot of them get their cool colors from. It also makes it very hard to fish in the summertime. Oh, ripped it right out of its mouth. In the dead of summer, this place is super hard to fish. It's so thick with vegetation that it's really hard to get in any of them. Hard to find open places, all of that. But now, this place is really gonna heat up. There we go. Skipped him right out of the water. It's another nice one. Ow. Yeah, he's a little on the smaller side. We'll put him back. Give him back. Get him again next year. There's one. Come on up. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a better one. That's a better one. Oh, whoa. Easy, buddy. Yeah, it's definitely been a good morning so far. You got it. Oh, that is a largemouth bass. Second species of the day. Let's get him off the hook. Yeah, you get a lot of these in here, but check that out. Little largemouth. Awesome. Get him back. Go ahead, buddy. We're back at spot number 1. Again, walked down through, didn't have too much action, caught a couple, but we're already into it here again, and I missed them. And they cleaned my hook. It's buried. Got him. Finally. Feels decent. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice old boy there. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. And look at that beautiful fish. I got worms escaping. Look at the colors on this beauty. Perfect hook. Whoa, oh no. Sorry, I got them all dirty, but look at the colors on that beauty. Wow, beautiful fish, beautiful bait. But yeah, if you're ever not getting bites while you're fishing for bluegill, sunfish, you know, just make some minor adjustments. One being move your bobber, you know, come up, come down. There's another one. That's a big one too. That's a good one. Wow, wow, that's a good one there. That's another, oh, that's a slob. That is a slob. Look at the size of that. Look at this. What is up with this worm? Look at the size of that. That's what I'm here for. That is just the bluegill this place produces is unbelievable. There we go. That seems to be the money spot right out there with a little cranker reel. But anyways, like I was saying before I hooked into that real nice one there, minor adjustments such as moving your bobber up and down and, you know, just adjusting the depth to their water column. It did just rain a bunch here in Pennsylvania. We had rain for like what felt like 14 days straight. Not sure if that's accurate, but it sure felt like that. So the water's definitely up a little bit. Also, another way, especially if you can see them, I'd cast beyond them and then reel into them. For me, I can't see them here. I'm casting way over to the other side of the bank. The water's very dark from all the rain anyway, and all the vegetation that grows up makes these guys really hard to see in here. But today I'm getting lucky and I'm casting and they're biting it right away. There's one. He's in the thicker stuff there. This guy is feisty, but also I'm caught up. I hope I didn't lose him. Nope, I did not. And that is another largemouth, is what that is. Look at this vegetation I'm pulling in here. That's another decent largemouth. Little guy, but he was super feisty. I was gonna say, that is one feisty bluegill. And there we go. Another largemouth bass. That's a decent old boy though. They get pretty big in here. I've seen big ones. I don't really do much bass fishing, so I'll catch them off the worm every once in a while, but I've seen some very big ones in here that I would not mind trying to get after them. See ya, buddy. There we go. There's one. Oh yeah. Wow, that's a beast too. That's a beast. That's awesome. Little bites and we hooked into this beast. Look at the beautiful colors on him. Look at that yellow belly. I'm telling you, one thing I will say about these fish, pound for pound, I will argue all day, the best fighting fish out there. Pound for pound, I love these fish. If they got real big, they'd be the funnest fish to catch. Love them. And that's a beauty. There we go. There's another one. Just have to play the waiting game sometimes. And there's another beautiful fish. Love to see it. I don't know how many we have today. I kind of lost count. But we definitely have a good bit. Oh, wow, that thing walloped it. I'm thinking this is a largemouth, but nope, that's a sunny. Wow, that was awesome. That's another, that's a tank, and that thing just drilled that. Wow. He hit like a largemouth bass. Like I said, pound for pound, the best fish you can fight. I'm telling you, look at the colors on that thing. Look at the colors. Awesome. Love it. Can't believe how hard he just hit that. That had to be the hardest hit from a fish, from a sunfish I've ever had in my life. Right in front here. Yep, there we go. Wow, look at that. Right up in front. How you doing? Well, I made it back to the truck. You know, the fish, the bite kind of died off as I got closer to the parking lot, which is not unusual. People tend to fish the easiest spots they can get to. So I'm sure up towards the parking lot here, it gets fished way harder, and the deeper back that I walked, I caught more fish, usually how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna get these fish. I got a bucket full right here. I got a bucket full of fish, and I'm gonna get them back to the tank now, get them in and kind of show you guys the tank. So let's go. Well, there you have it, guys. 15 more fish into the tank. We got about 30 in there right now. All decent sized bait fish also. I am a firm believer, and you gotta have the best baits when you're flathead catfishing to consistently catch big catfish. And if you watch my videos, you know I'm not a big frozen bait guy. Cut and live bait, that all comes out of my tank. One thing that I will add into this tank when I add these fish in is this Stress Coat Plus. This stuff is awesome. It replaces their slime coat and reduces stress. It is great stuff. I'm always adding that in whenever I'm adding new fish into the tank. And another thing that I love to use is this Better Bait. This I do not add into the big tank, but I do add it into my little bait buckets when I'm heading out on the river to fish. This stuff is amazing. Not really sure exactly what it is. I know it adds electrolytes to the water, and it definitely keeps the fish extremely healthy. And that is what you want. Anyways, if you want to check out how I built this tank, I do have 2 videos up. DIY bait tank builds. One was from like 2 years ago when I first built the tank, and then I recently put out one this past year just showing what I improved on the tank. So definitely check those videos out for a bunch of info if you want one of these tanks yourself. That is going to do it for today's video. Appreciate you guys watching. Until next time. Aye.